So some new info has just been leaked over here. We're getting for the next patch of Global right here. Very interesting stuff. Chapter 11 finally coming out. Be nice to play. Fireworks Festival Reward Dungeon. We already have a fireworks mission. I don't know the full name of the fireworks mission, but yes, reward dungeon, interesting. Power Up Exchange Shop, always good. Hawk Pass, which can be always good as well. And the new characters, because Global has new characters every week. Both Monspeets are coming up, which of course increases the whole theory that on Global they're going to be releasing all the commandments by 2. Now Galland was different because he released with Gopher and then he released with Escanor, but in general, all the other... Are there any other commandments that are released like that on Global? I don't think so, right? It was only Galland. Yeah, I think so, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So yeah, now the commandments are probably going to release like this, which makes sense. On JP, when Estarossa came out, he came out just like on Global. It was green Estarossa, red Estarossa. Darriere, red Darriere, green Darriere. And then after that, they just, I don't know, they released Zeldris by himself, Drow by himself on JP, right? I mean, it wasn't by themselves. Zeldris came with Zarathus, which sucked. I really wish Zeldris had come with red Zeldris. Oh, that banner would have been insane, because both units are so good. I mean, blue Zeldris has his issues, right? But red Zeldris is amazing. Which, again, I really hope they do that for Global. If blue Zeldris and red Zeldris comes out for Global, that's a really good banner. Red Zeldris is amazing. But yeah. So, they stopped doing that on JP, but they've been doing that consistently on Global now. Monspeet and Monspeet. I mean, they could stop by Zeldris, you know. They could release Monspeet, Glocks. Both Glocks did release apart on JP as well. Green Glocks release with Blue Merlin. That was the worst banner ever. Oh my god. Both units sucked. And then Red Glocks is a coin shop unit, and he never had... Some of the recent coin shop JP units, I don't have JP open right now because it's audio on my phone. But the recent coin shop JP units like Fraudrin, Monspeet, Drow, Zeldris, Glocks, and I believe that's it? That I can't recall. Yeah, they all released straight to the coin shop. Oh, Melascul and Gallant. Oh yeah, almost forgot. They all released straight to the coin shop. They never had a banner. They never were in any banners, which I wish they were, because much easier to get dupes for, considering they are much more expensive, right? I guess for them, it's actually better to not have a banner. They're probably gonna make more money by using the coins and everything, with the whole like Super Awakening requiring coins, and now you having to buy the coin shop units as well. It's also bad. Now, talk about Monspeet. This is an easy skip banner. Easy. Actually, I want to check. Let me open my Twitter here real quick. What are the rules for the following week? Because usually, they make rules to help characters that just release. What are the PvP rules for the following week? Because the next week's PvP rules are Estarossa's good rules. It's you take 50% less damage if you have a stance. And then, I don't recall what it's afterwards. Okay, while I search for it, let's talk about the Monspeets. There. Okay, so if you want to see Green Monspeet, of course, I have a video using him when he released. I'm not gonna lie, I probably, you know, I didn't really know how to use him. He is good, but he isn't crazy. Like, to this day, he just isn't crazy. There are some fun builds you can do with him. I'll link this video right here, because this is a PvE video, this is a PvP video. So the way he's built, and this, I'm gonna explain my title right here, because you can read right here. Monspeet is broken and disappointing. Very disappointing. The reason why he's disappointing is because when you read his passive, you think he's gonna be insane. So, increases damage dealt by 100% if attacking enemies with Ignite. Now, not only that, but he also has Weak Point, which triples damage on debuffed enemies. You would think that would mean that it doubles the damage of 300%. No, it doesn't. So, if you apply Weak Point plus the passive, what I thought would happen was you increased by 100%, so it goes to 600%, it doubles, right? It doubles, so it goes to 600%, and then triples. Or, if you want to do the math the other way, it triples at 300 and then doubles. So, it's the same thing. It would do insane more damage. But that's not exactly what happens. What happens is, the damage is calculated separately, so you do the move, and then you add it to 300 one more time. So, it's not all that great. Like, the passive is okay. Like, any weak point here that does a lot of damage regardless. Like, it doesn't need a passive that increases damage or anything. So, Monspeet's passive, in paper, looked insane, but in practical use, because I tested it. I tested with damage, I calculated. It's how it works. It's just very underwhelming. And his other card depletes one ultimate gauge and deletes one card. Now, this can be so good. If you delete a card the enemy really wanted to use, oh. But you can also delete a card the enemy wanted to use, so... sorry, the enemy didn't want to use, so, you know... It's a gamble, but it's a really interesting card. Like, I don't recall if there's any other characters in the game that can do this already. I don't think so. So yeah, Monspeet's a very interesting character. Like, this green Monspeet's very interesting. He's pretty decent. Like, I would say he's pretty okay. It's still easy skip. Like, if you're gonna use your gems, use somewhere else, you know? But he's pretty decent. Now, I'm still trying to look for these PvP rules on the thing. I have it on my video. I should open my video real quick. But yeah, this green Monspeet is pretty good, but nothing insane, nothing you should be chasing for. And then red Monspeet's just trash. He's just... Okay, he's not trash. Like, when I think of trash, I think of Red Asterosi, right? Red Monspeet, he's not all that bad, but he's not crazy either. Okay, so open my video right here. What are the rules for next week? I'm very interested. I talk a lot. Why do I talk so much? Please just scroll down here. Okay. Decreases all heroes damage taken by 50% of some instances. Okay. Increase when single target attacks by 50%. This is a rule that's on JP right now. This one. It's in... Okay, interesting. Increase all heroes damage by single attacks. I guess he does single targets, but this is not really like specifically made for Monspeet, right? Not like Asterosi. This is specifically made for Asterosi. Like, decreases all damage taken by 50% of some stances. Oh wow, who does a stance? You know? This was specifically made for him, but this, I guess, you know, if you're combining all the damage you're doing, like weak point and then 100% and then plus 50% again, I guess you are going to be doing a lot of damage with green Monspeet, but still, he's not going to be the best option. He's pretty good though. But yeah, red Monspeet is just... He's just not good. His passive, the hero takes 30% less damage from ultimate move. That's okay. Like, he does have weak point as well, but it's AoE. Yeah. At 6 stars, he does have okay pierce rate and resistance. He's just not very good, man. I don't know what to tell you. He's just not very good. He especially because, if you don't know, he released with Blue Demon Meliodas. Now, imagine releasing with the unit that broke the game. Imagine, it's like Fraudulent. Fraudulent was so overshadowed by Lost Faith Meliodas because they released together. And then, like, months later, we realized, oh, Fraudulent is actually kind of broken. But Monspeet never happened. Like, no one was like, oh, he's pretty broken. No, he's kind of trash. But yeah, imagine releasing with Blue Demon Meliodas. That unit, when he released, he was the king of the game. Like, there was nothing in comparison. In JP. On Global, he released already with Valencia in the game, but on JP, there was no protection for him. You could just absolutely annihilate anyone with Blue Demon Meliodas. Yeah, Monspeet released with him, poor boy. poor boy released with him. And that's pretty much it for release. Any speculations for future banners? I mean, of course, I'm assuming now that all the commandments are gonna release together, except maybe Zeldris. I think that for them, it's a smarter business decision to not release both together. Like, for me, I would love if they did, because, you know, it's better for me. But for them, it's probably not as good, because, like, blue Zeldris and red Zeldris are really good. Like, all these commandment characters have a bad and a good. If you take a look at all of them, they all have a bad and a good. Like, I mean, Gallon released separately, and they're both okay. What's the one on global? Green Estarossa, Red Estarossa. Red Estarossa sucks, Green Estarossa is good. So they all have a good and a bad. Zeldris, they're both good. Like, they're both good. So it's probably not a good decision for them. I mean, I would love that, but it's not probably not a good decision for them. Like, Dariari, the red one's really good. Green one's kind of meh. Like, she was okay for PvP for a while, but very, like, fast, just, you know, became not good again. So it's good for them releasing a good unit and a bad unit together. And then Glocks is the same thing. Red Glocks is actually very good, but Green Glocks absolutely sucks. So again, these banners make sense for them business-wise, but you know, Zeldris, they're both good. Like, they're both good, especially Red Zeldris. Red Zeldris is so good. I love him so much. I want to 6-6 him, but you know, coins are just, whew. Super Awakening, yeah. Coins are not the most easy to acquire right now, or to, I know, save, I guess, for coin shop units. Not the easiest to have. But yeah, I would definitely suggest skipping Monspeet. Future banners, again, if I come here in the list of characters, it's in game news right here on the Grand Cross database. I guess past banners can work as well. If I come here. I want to take a look. So there are a few characters that Global is missing, of course. Mono and Easton are characters that are very soon to release if they follow schedule, right? That are probably going to come out eventually. Easton is pretty good, Mono's pretty trash. Elaine, Jen, and Zanari, these are Valentine's Day units, so who knows when they're going to come out. Like, a lot of these characters are like seasonal based, but I'm gonna take a safe bet right here. The next week for Global will be Belion and Elat. These are two characters that are not in the game yet, of course, for Global, or else I would know. And they're not very special. They're both kind of meh. Or they could, because they're releasing a map banner right now, release Dariari next week. It could be a thing. It definitely could be a thing. But we'll see. Out of all these, who else is missing in Global? I know DMLE, I know Green DMLE, Elizabeth and Jericho are missing, but they're New Year's characters, so who knows when that's gonna come out. You know, all these characters are questionable. And then after that, after these characters I just mentioned, right? Glocks, Dariari, the Valentines, the New Year's characters, the original characters I mentioned. Then we have Blue Arthur, Lost Vein Melly, Fraudrin. I don't know. They could release these for half anniversary. I was hearing some people theorize this, and I think it could make sense. Global release in 3rd of March. March is the 3rd month, so maybe next month. I'm sorry. Move like this. Maybe next month in September. We could have Lost Vein Meliodas around, you know, the time the half-year anniversary could come in. So, it could be a thing. That's a theory. So, I would suggest saving if you don't care about PvE. If you want to skip Dariari for Lost Vein. If you don't care about PvE and you care so much about getting Challenger every week and, you know, playing top 100. Of course, skipping Dariari and going for Lost Vein is more important. Because I think it's a good theory for them to release Lost Vein in the half-year anniversary. I think that's very plausible. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and don't sign up for Monspeet. Yep.